Hello everybody and welcome to today's lesson. How to be a victim 101. Being a victim has become increasingly popular these days. In fact, it's all the rage. You could say that being a victim is the new black.
That's racist!
Whoa, hold on there, champ. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now, let's go over to the blackboard.
That's racist!
I mean chalkboard. Step 1. Say something insulting. This could either be a personal attack or something more generally offensive. Don't worry about being too offensive. What you say to anyone is entirely irrelevant. Remember, you're the victim.
If you ask somebody like my colleague Professor Starkey, it's playing xenophobia and racial prejudice for laughs. And if you ask people who organise conferences like this, it's sitting by politely whilst people play racial prejudice and xenophobia for laughs and pretending that this is an acceptable part of contemporary debate.
Step 2. Wait for the subject of your insult to react to what you've said. If you've been successful in step 1, the person or group you've insulted will say something back to you. It is natural human behaviour to respond when insulted.
I was wondering, where are you domiciled for tax purposes?
I am domiciled here and I pay full taxes. And can I just say, as you have chosen to be personal and invidious, let me share a little story with you. One of the great things that is essential to Britishness is a sense of public duty, that you do things for nothing with organisations that can't pay. Ms. Penny, who has been advertising these great left-wing virtues, and I were due to debate for a very impoverished little society called the Thomas Paine Society on the virtues of a republic on the one hand and a monarchy on the other. I was prepared to do it for free. She insisted on trying to charge such a large fee that the event had to be cancelled. Now, I think that is as mean and grasping as some runt comedian, and I will not be lectured to by a jumped-up public school girl like you. I came from the bottom, and I will not have it.
Step 3. Play the victim. Now comes the fun part. If you've been successful in step 1 and 2, you can now create a victim narrative for yourself. Do this by reacting to the person or group who is responding to your comments. React to their personal attacks while completely ignoring the fact that you started it. You can now claim that you're being personally attacked or harassed. Remember, it doesn't matter that you started it. You're the victim.
We're running over time, but I want to come back to
I really don't appreciate being stood on stage to
Yeah.
be personally
okay.
attacked and having a finger
I want
jabbed
to
in
come
my
back
face.
to Englishness versus Britishness, but Vivian?
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but I think the point about...
Laurie?
I think I'd like to say something about Britishness in terms of what's just gone on here, which I feel like we've been moving on very quickly from. But I attempted to make a point and had a person on this panel shouting and pointing in my face. And in fact, the point that Professor Starkey raised about my dropping out of a panel where we were due to speak together, my main reason for doing so is that I didn't want something like that to happen. I felt that I was being set up to be attacked, and part of the reason I decided to... This is a difficult thing to say, and it's easier to say to event organisers that you're going to charge a ridiculous sum of money and be asked, well, not necessarily ridiculous, but be asked to go.
Right.
On the other, excuse me, I haven't finished my point. I haven't finished my point. My point is that this is what debates like this come down to. There's a civil way of putting putting racial prejudice. There is also I'm sorry.
Okay, Laurie. I want a final word.
I wanted to say that there's a violence inherent in this discussion, and it comes out very, very easily.
You started it. That's the problem. You called him a racist.
He is a racist.
Class dismissed.